Shut up and sit down.
Hey guys, this is Andy from Big Max Workshop and Studios, and today we're going to be doing some Stalingrad bases. Now, this is the imagery we've been using as our inspiration for the next video. So what I've done is I've started off with a burnt umber base, which, as you're probably aware, we tend to use a hell of a lot. And it's just to give us sort of a natural feel, because if you look at Rubble, in reality it's not just grey. There's a lot of sort of more natural sort of tones to it. Now the second colour I'm using is grey. Now this is a standard model colour. It just gives you a nice base coat to get over the top of the browns as well. That'll just blend it all in nicely, working with the brown base as we continue the layers. The next colour we're going on with is going to be Dark Earth. Now this is another Vallejo colour what we're using, and it's just going over the brown areas, maybe a little bit of patching onto the sort of grey areas, just give it a bit of a highlight, and also going over any wood sort of planks what are on the base as well. And this is a bit of a preview to our new base range. We're going to be releasing these in the near future, which will tie in with something what Turncoat Games are going. We'll just give a bit of a plug to our friends over at Turncoat. So now on to the next layer, and this is going to be Panzer Dark Grey. Again, as a nice sort of highlight to the grey sections on the base. But it's also got sort of a greeny look to it. Now the reason I've chosen this colour is because of that sort of a green hue, and it just adds a bit more variation to the base, like it makes it look a little bit less static, a little bit less bland, as you could say. The next stage is to just apply an all-over dry brush over the grey sections with pale grey blue. Now this is done quite heavily, as the lighting's not the best, so you could see, and you're just doing it over, predominantly over the grey areas, also touching over some of the the brown areas, just adds a little bit of a highlight over the entire thing, just so it picks up all the nice rubbly effects, and just to bring out the detail. Now as you can see, I'm using a standard GW medium dry brush, and I'm just going over the entire area. I do apologise about my blue hands at this point. I have been messing around with some of my own stuff. Now the next step is going to be, again with the dry brush, it's going to be Karak Stone. Now this is just going on to the brown areas. Now I'm using just a knackered brush at this point, because the dry brushes we have within that are both too hard for what I wanted and too big. So I went for a smaller brush, which I had just knocking about, which has been my go-to small dry brush for a long time now. And it's just going over all the sort of brown colours, even to a point over some of the woodland, some of the wood, just to get the tone down. And the next section is on the wood itself, on the planks. Now I'm using Dark Earth on this. That's just to brighten it up a bit, give it an extra bit of colour depth, just on the wooden on the wood panels. And whilst I'm waiting for that to dry, I go ahead and hit that eye bar with gunmetal grey, which I then highlighted up with Runefang steel. Now, you could use whatever metal colours you want on these. I think it would pick up any colour nicely. It's just the colour I decided to choose for was a more of a steel sort of look. I'm going back over the wood effects now with Army Painter's Strong Tone. Just a nice dark brown sort of wash. Now you could use a multitude of others from any range really. It's just the one I happen to have to hand. Agrax Earthshade would work equally well, and I'm sure you've all found various others what would work nicely. As you can see, I'm also going over the metal effects as well. Now this is where I'm highlighting the just the edges of the steel, just to give a bit of a dimension to it. Now I'm not going over the top with it because I've still got another layer to put onto the metal effects once that's ready. Now these are currently on this is a 40mm base. Now they will be available in all the different sizes as you would come to expect with us. And we are working on a full range of that. Back to Flat Earth now. I'm going back onto Flat Earth for the highlights on the wood. Again, I'm not doing over the top highlights on these. It's just to give you a nice feel of light hitting the wooden sections. Just to pick out the last bits of detail, because there's a bit of engraving in the wood as well, just to make it look like it's floor planks or something along the lines. And last but not least is Big Mac's favourite, Model Mate's Rust Effect, and that's just getting slapped on the eye bar and any other metal areas on the bases and doing what it does, just making things look epic with very minimal effort. As you're probably aware, we can't get enough of this stuff. We pretty much use everywhere we make things now. And there you have it. That is a City to Fight Stalingrad themed base. As you can see, this is a different size. These are different bases. These are the 60s or 50s what we're looking at there. And thank you for watching this video. As always, please feel free to like, comment and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Take care, guys.